Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly, and I've got a good one for you today because it's time to pay up, guys. Pay me. It's time. There's so much to cover in this video. I am in San Clemente at a beautiful surfing spot, walking through the pass that goes over the railroad, but absolutely just a stunning location, guys. Now, before I get into it, please take a second. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. And today, we have a sponsor, Patriot Gold, that I'll get into a little later about them. But let's get into it. You know, an alternative to regular news are people like me and other news sources, whether they're blogs, whether they're TikToks, whether they're Twitter accounts, Instagram, whatever. But me, I run a MedTech conference here in Southern California that's quite large. I help businesses raise money and get connected with strategic partners. I am what is known as a connective marketer, and I'm very good at it. And what I'm the best at is helping people increase their sales without spending a dollar more. That's what I'm good at. Now, in this world, we are experiencing right now, whether you want to believe it or not, an economic collapse. And the naysayers out there that are saying, oh no, you're Mr. Gloom and Doom. All you want to do is talk about the negative stuff. Everything I talked about on this channel, the hundreds of videos, all have proof and support that back them up from my global audience. Now, the one thing that I am incredibly lucky for is that I have people that follow me daily in the UK, Australia, South America, Ireland, Canada, a little bit of everywhere, and here in the United States. With an economic collapse, people think that there is some magic light switch that goes off like 2008, and all of a sudden everything's bad. Well, unless there is a black swan event, okay, like 9/11 or something like that, that is not the case, guys. This is a slow building avalanche that is going to build up over time, that is going to create nothing but havoc in our lives and in your business and in everything that we're going to live through, you know, as far as energy, food, everything right now. Now, the people in your life that do not believe this, you do not have time for. I'm telling you this right now. You're going to have these people knock at your front door soon when there is no food at the grocery stores, when there's no water, when the power is out. You're going to have these people show up, and you have to ask yourself the question, are you ready for that? Because nobody wants to look at things that this is building and getting worse. And again, let's use an avalanche. Let's use a landslide. You know, here in Orange County, okay, a few years back, we had houses on the hillside that we had a tremendous amount of rain that had been built up, and all this rain happened, and then all of a sudden these houses one day fell down the hill and they became unsafe and people couldn't live in them. And oh my gosh, this happened overnight. No, it didn't. It happened because there was no rain, because people didn't take care of the hillside. The builder did something faulty, and over time it finally collapsed. And everybody points to the one day that they lost their home. No, this was happening forever. 1929 and 2008 were the result of all these bad policies. All this free money and all this free love that was passed out over the course of the last 2.5 years is crazy. It's time to pay up on this. And if you don't think that this has a toll on businesses, think about this. There are hundreds of billions of dollars in EIDL money that has to be paid back. The average loan payment is over $500 a month. And that's a 30-year loan, guys. So get ready to pay it up. Now, okay, well, we're going to have a hot year and we're going to pay it off. You still have opened yourself up to an audit by signing that document for 3 years after you pay it off. Don't forget that. So if you close the business during this time, it immediately opens up an investigation from the Department of Justice into your business. You better make sure that your books are in order, or you're going to have a problem. One thing that Bob Kudla said last week is people with these, credit lines, and they're lying about the credit lines, and everything's catching up to them, where they're getting these notes called in? You bet they are. You bet they are. And when they file bankruptcy, the bankruptcy courts are going to have it with them and tell them that they cannot, get these written off through bankruptcy. So, share your thoughts on this so far. Let's talk about our sponsor, Patriot Gold Group. With this week, we've got the Fed that is going to finally raise interest rates, whether it's 3/4 of a point, or a point and a quarter. I don't know, but you know what we've got to look at? We've got to look at the fact that our economy is in shambles and you need an alternative right now. And the alternative right now is an IRA or 401k that's backed by precious metals. Now, somebody wrote me today and said, Dan, precious metals aren't a good investment. They're an insurance policy. Well, that's a great point. You need an insurance policy with your 401k that has stood the test of time, and that is precious metals. Call the people at Patriot Gold Group at 888-330-1431 and get your free investor guide. It's absolutely free. There's no obligation. But think about this. All the experts say that we are in an economic collapse right now and that there's nothing but problems coming, and you need to get ready before it's too late, and you need to call Patriot Gold and get yourself set up with one of these 401ks or IRAs right now. Do it before it's too late. 888-330-1431, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Robert Kiyosaki, Steve Forbes. All these experts are talking about how we are going to experience something that we've never seen before, and you need to get yourself ready. And again, I think inflation is not going to be tamed. I think it's out of control, and it's only going to get worse right now. And as it gets worse, you need to protect yourself. But the only way to do that is a Patriot Gold 401k or IRA. Call them today, 888-330-1431. Let them know that I allegedly sent you guys, and get the free investor guide. There's absolutely no obligation. Plus, think about this, guys. #1 for 6 years in a row, best in class from Consumer Affairs, and it's tax-free, and they will do the transfer for you. Call them today. One thing I get a kick out of is people talk about their glory days. When I was in high school, when I was in college, I was in amazing shape. Well, now that you're not, and now that you're older, whatever happened to you physically with your health took a tremendous amount of time. Same thing with your finances, guys. If you resist things, they will persist in your life. And this is something that was said to me a ton as a kid that I used to, shut up, I don't want to hear it. But right now, think about this, guys. When you go out and you think about your health, you didn't get fat overnight, guys. You guys gained weight over time. And then people go to the gym for a week and think that they're going to lose weight. That's not going to happen, guys. You got to get yourself in shape, get your personal finances in shape. And if you do this, okay, before you know it, you'll make a big difference in your life. Somebody told me about this 1% plan. If you could fix your life 1% a week, within a year, you'd be 50% better. And it's such a great way of putting it because it gives you realistic goals to look at. Nobody wants to look at that. Nobody wants to sit there and be responsible for what's going on with their lives and with their finances and with your business. You are kidding yourself right now if you think that, oh, this will get better. The suppliers will get better. This is it, man. This is the real thing right now. Every video has the stories attached to it. The naysayers and the haters and all those idiots that live with their moms that don't make enough money to buy lunch on a date for a woman that criticize me. It's funny because these people don't get what's coming. And again, eventually the parents are going to kick these people out of their houses, and they have to pay the piper. They have to be responsible for this. So I'm telling you this right now, guys. Crime is completely over the top. Think about this. There's a story below on this. Brazen thieves. Now think of how brazen you would have to be to do this. In San Francisco, at the SWAT team. This is where the cops are at the SWAT team. 4 cop cars got their catalytic converters stolen in broad daylight at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I mean, okay, we stole catalytic converters off of cop cars. I mean, that is lunacy, guys. This is absolutely nuts that people are doing this and living through this. And somebody sent me a story from Lowe's. Let's get this one, okay? Joseph sent the catalytic converter story. Thank you, Joseph. And then Bob from Colorado sent the greatest story where thieves walk into the Lowe's in Colorado's right now, in different stores in Colorado, and they walk in right when they open and right when Lowe's is about to close and rip them off blind. And they catch them every day on the security cameras, and they just let them do this. But what they're doing is they're catching the same people on the camera and adding up what they're stealing to the point that it'll get to $2,000 and then become a felony, and then they can arrest these people. Lowe's is also doing something crazy that they told him, and that is that they are taking merchandise out of the boxes and leaving the empty boxes there for people to steal, thinking that they've got the leaf blower or the drills or whatever. Guys, this is hell that we are living through right now. This is absolutely insanity that we're living through this. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys, right now, because I don't know what else to tell you guys. This is just nuts right now. That is the San Clemente Pier, and it's absolutely stunning. And just a beautiful spot out here. But again, I love it when there's nobody here like this. Absolutely amazing. Now, the worst news ever, Brazil has suffered a major problem with scarcity of coffee beans. So coffee prices are going to go through the roof right now. And they're the world's largest supplier of coffee. And we're going to see prices go up as much as 40%. And we're also going to have coffee shortages right now. So as Starbucks talks about 2,000 more locations, we're going to have less and less places to buy coffee right now. Now, there is a new storm. I think it's Fran on this one. But think about this, guys. With this new storm, it knocked out the internet for Puerto Rico. So Peter Schiff and his crew have no internet right now on the island of Puerto Rico. And again, guys, another warning, another warning. Think about this. Last week, guys, we had the Hurricane K that came closer than it had ever come. In 25 years, we had a hurricane come to Southern California. Now, I am in South Orange County. I am next to the Marine base, and then you've got San Diego County right there. Camp Pendleton and then San Diego County. We've never had a hurricane come that close in 25 years. Whether you believe in changing weather or not, this is something that you have to look at because, hey, wait a second. Maybe this is bad, okay? Well, it is bad, but again, prepare, guys, prepare. Have food, water, and money out of the bank because this is going to get worse right now. We're seeing nothing but problems with these banks and the lies with the banks, and everybody telling me how they have to change the money is ridiculous. Now, Suffolk County, I get people that wrote me that people that got it, that understood how bad it was, that the entire city entire county got shut down and held hostage right now, and they don't even know the ransomware demands. As of the shooting of this video, they don't know them yet. But we're supposed to just accept this and say, hey, this is the way it is. No way, man. Get yourself ready. Every aspect of your life. Have a relationship with your bank. Have a relationship with your power company. Have a relationship with everybody. Call them and ask them what's going to happen. Okay? During times like this. Your internet service provider, find out. Check on outages. There's, I have a brother that's got, poweroutages.us or whatever he watches. He watches this thing and can tell you where there's a power outage. Hey, Oklahoma's got a real problem right now, Dan. And that's his thing. It's one of his fun things he likes to look at. But again, guys, what would you do if you didn't have power for a week? Seriously. Do you have enough money in the house for that? Do you have enough food in the house for that? What about your medication? Oh, I'm a little low. I should get some. Yeah, you should. But again, the economic collapse and the downturn that we're experiencing didn't happen overnight. The fact that the Fed and the fact that the government gave us all this money and people don't get it, that they just printed it out of thin air, and that the money supply is the largest it's ever been. And you need to look at this, that the inflationary rate is not going to taper. It's not going to go down. I was at a grocery store today and was looking at food prices and was utterly shocked at what food was and cheese was and vegetables and, fresh produce and stuff. And again, single man that goes out and buys things, I buy enough to eat and work through so it doesn't go bad. And again, my days are such that, tomorrow I could get called out of town. Tomorrow, I could get, hey, you're going to stay here. You're going to go here. You're going to go to San Diego. You know, it happens. So I hate to waste food, hate to buy it, hate to have it go bad. So that's what we're experiencing, guys. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. It's crazy, but the downturn, this is happening worldwide. We're going to have a global depression. It's just that simple, guys. And if you don't, and you know what, if I'm wrong, if I'm an idiot and I'm stupid and all you do is talk about this stuff and eventually you'll get it right, you know what, I am right, guys, because I'm ready. You know, do you have security at your house? I do. Do you have enough money at your house to where you could fend off the bank being closed for 2 weeks? Okay, I do. Okay, I've got my friends and family. Do you have a communication plan with your kids? Oh, what's that? That's stupid. Okay, where are you going to meet if there's an issue? Okay, you have that worked out? Well, no, my kids and I don't talk much. You should talk. And that's the other thing. Make amends with people. If you've done something wrong, be a bigger person. Apologize to people. You know, do the right thing. I'm sorry. I don't care if it was 10 years ago. I had a friend of mine today that had a friend that 6 weeks ago got diagnosed with, told me that 6 weeks ago her friend got diagnosed with lung cancer. She died yesterday, guys. What would you do if your life ended 6 weeks from now? Oh, okay. Make amends, guys. Be a bigger person. It's not, you know, even if they don't accept the apology, be the bigger person. Apologize and fix the relationship in your life. And also, think about this. Look at what bigger companies are doing. The mergers that people are doing right now, look at this. If you could work together with your competition right now, and you know that there's problems, and I don't care what industry you're in, talk to your competition. If you should be working together, if you should form a group of buyers, if you should form an alliance for installers, whatever right now, be the bigger person, because now's the time to do that, because later on it won't be, okay? And it'll be too late when things are bad and when you're out of business. I should have worked on things, okay? But your pride and your ego would not be such to do that. So take some free advice, because people don't want to do this. They don't want to sit there and apologize. Well, you know, he did me wrong. Good, okay? Take responsibility for everything. Your finances, your relationship with your kids, your family members. The holidays are coming, guys. I don't care, you know, what you celebrate. And you need to make sure everybody's happy and everybody's together and everybody's on the same team right now. You'll feel better. You'll sleep better at night too, okay? Let me know what you guys think about all this. We are getting more warnings that you should look at. And when I spoke yesterday to Scott Walters, his big thing was the CEO of FedEx. And he was really concerned about that, because he's sitting there saying, Dan, this guy has his hand on the pulse of everything. And global shipping is off worldwide. So this is not just going to be a regional problem. This is going to be a worldwide problem that's going to affect all of us. Now, interest rates are going to go up. Real estate prices are going to go down as a result of this. You're going to see the affordability of real estate go down. There are more and more people that are in pre-foreclosure, which means that they are 3 months behind on their mortgages than ever. And you've got certain cities where there's thousands, okay? In Phoenix, we're approaching 10,000 houses in pre-foreclosure in that hot market. The markets where everything shot up, and was a community was built in the last 5 years, these people are going to have problems. Now, there's going to be grandma and grandpa that paid cash for their house that don't have an issue, but the average person that put the least amount down and financed that home, they're in huge trouble right now. Ray Dalio from Bridgewater just issued another warning talking about how bad this is going to be in the coming months, and that he sees that with interest rates going up, if it hits 4.5%, it's going to be catastrophic to everything. Walking under the pier right now, guys. Isn't this cool? So, just a beautiful space. Get yourself ready, guys. Pay everything off. You know, make sure your credit is in good standing. Make sure your credit cards. A lot of people are going to the bank and finding out that I got $8,000 in credit, and the bank took their credit and cut their credit lines. Use your credit card. Even if you don't use them, have a $10 charge. Go buy something for an even increment. Go buy $10 worth of gas on those cards and make sure that they're valid for you right now. Because you don't, if you do need the credit in the future, you don't want the issue to where you can't use it. Because they're going to start shutting this down and you're going to start to see things that you've never seen in the past before. It's going to be absolutely catastrophic, okay? It's lovely out here. Share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. Let me know what you're thinking. One thing that is staggering to me is the cost of living increase that we're seeing around the world. The UK has got massive problems, and I found a great article about how bad this is and how bad energy is. And, you know, with everything with the Queen right now, everybody's attention is diverted right now, but reality is going to set in later this week, especially as the weather starts to turn and gets cold and people start to pay too much to heat their homes. This is only going to get worse right now. So, you know, take a look at this. It is crazy. Do what you can do to save energy. You know, I got an email from my electric company last week because, hey, you're using more electricity this year than you used last year. Yeah, because it's 105 degrees outside, jackass. And I'd like to keep my house cool when I invite people over. Oh, is that the reason? Yeah. Okay, so this is happening globally, guys, okay? And you're going to spend more money. And again, I was at the Angel game the other night, and people that sat near us were talking about their solar. And here in California, you have to be attached to the grid. And these people, yearly, they get an audit from the power company based on how much the solar energy produced from the sky and what they use. We should be okay. Think about this. There are people out there that have not put enough solar panels on the house, and I've seen this, to where they've got hit with bills for $8 and $9 grand at the end of the year. How bad is that? So hey, I thought solar was free, Dan. No, not if, the idea is you're attached to the grid still in California. So if you don't use the energy or you don't produce enough, then you're upside down. Now, the final thing is I found a great article about 11 ways to legitimately make more money. One thing that I highly recommend right now is selling everything that you do not need. And I always celebrate my friends that come to me and said, oh my gosh, I sold my golf clubs. Oh my gosh, all my snorkel equipment that I did not use for 5 years, it's unloaded, okay? Get rid of this stuff, guys, while people still have money, because there will be a point in time that you won't be able to give anything like this away. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. There's a lot more to cover. I'm going to end this video with these last couple stories. And one thing that you have to look forward to is that everything's going to be more expensive between now and the end of the year. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, your credit cards especially. And that you need to make sure that you have a good relationship with your banks with each of these credit cards right now, because they're going to raise the rates between now and the end of the year. Mortgages are going to go through the flipping roof. 6.33% right now as we talk, and it's only going to get worse right now. And when you see adjustable mortgages that are still over 5%, I'm telling you, people are just spending themselves, you know, to oblivion. Final story is dogs. I love dogs. And it's a great story from Study Finds, which I love reading this. They do all these different surveys. Think about this. 37% of all dogs respond to their names. Okay, which most dogs I know their name. But anyways, 62% respond better to the word treat. Hey, treat. Do you want a treat? Huh? Yeah. So, share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. Please do not forget to hit the like button. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Please take a look at our sponsor, Patriot Gold Group. First in class, great 401ks and IRAs. Onward and upward, guys. I will see you guys very soon. And again, reach out. Stuff that you guys want to share with me. I appreciate these stories. I appreciate Scott sharing his horror story over the weekend with his escrow not being able to close properly. And again, guys, the cyber attacks and these things like this are only going to get worse. Criminals are getting smarter. Criminals are getting more brazen. They're showing up at the police station and robbing the police station here in California. That is insanity that we are living through, guys. So onward and upward, guys. Protect yourself. Be ready. Let me know what you guys are thinking about all this, and I will see you guys very soon.